The Awakening. In the vast expanse of the Andromeda Galaxy, on a planet bathed in the soft purple light of twin suns, a civilization teetered on the brink of extinction. The Zephyrians, a species of beings as ethereal as the winds they were named after, faced a cruel biological imperative that threatened to wipe them out entirely. Lyra, a young Zephyrian scientist, stood before the Council of Elders, her translucent skin shimmering with anxiety. She had just turned 29, and like all Zephyrians, she knew what that meant. In precisely 1 year, if she failed to produce offspring, her body would simply cease to function. It was a ruthless evolutionary mechanism designed to ensure the survival of their species, but in recent centuries, it had become a death sentence for many. Honorable Elders, Lyra began, her voice as melodious as a gentle breeze. I come before you today with a proposal. Our population continues to dwindle, and our best efforts to increase birth rates have failed. I believe it's time we look beyond our world for a solution. The eldest, a Zephyrian so ancient that his form was barely visible, leaned forward. Speak plainly, young one. What are you suggesting? Lyra took a deep breath, steeling herself for the controversy her words would unleash. I propose we seek help from other species. Specifically, I wish to make contact with the beings known as humans. A collective gasp rippled through the chamber. The Zephyrians had long observed other species from afar, but they had never dared to make contact. Their isolationist policies had kept them safe, but also stagnant. Preposterous, exclaimed one of the elders. We cannot risk exposing ourselves to potential threats. The humans are known for their violence and unpredictability. Lyra stood her ground, her determination evident in the intensifying glow of her skin. With all due respect, Elder, they are also known for their ingenuity and adaptability. Their medical sciences far surpass our own. If there's a chance they could help us overcome our biological crisis, don't we owe it to our people to try? The chamber erupted into heated debate. Lyra waited patiently, knowing that her fate, and potentially the fate of her entire species, hung in the balance. After what seemed like an eternity, the eldest raised a hand for silence. Lyra, he said, his voice carrying the weight of millennia, your proposal is bold and not without merit. However, the risk is too great to send a delegation. If you truly believe this is the path to our salvation, you may go alone. But know this, if you fail to return with a solution before your 30th cycle, you will face the same fate as all who came before you. Lyra bowed deeply, a mix of relief and trepidation washing over her. Thank you, eldest. I accept this responsibility and the consequences that come with it. As she left the chamber, Lyra's mind raced with the enormity of the task ahead. She had 1 year to travel to Earth, make contact with humans, convince them to help, and find a solution to a problem that had plagued her people for generations. The odds were astronomical, but she had no choice. It was quite literally do or die. In the days that followed, Lyra prepared for her journey. She pored over the limited information they had gathered about humans, trying to understand their customs and behaviors. The more she learned, the more fascinated she became. Humans were a paradox, capable of great violence, yes, but also of incredible kindness and creativity. They had overcome countless challenges through sheer determination and ingenuity. If any species could help the Zephyrians, it would be them. The night before her departure, Lyra stood on the balcony of her home, gazing up at the stars. Somewhere out there was Earth, a blue marble teeming with life and possibility. She thought of all she was leaving behind, her family, her research, everything she had ever known. But she also thought of what she stood to gain, not just her own survival, but the future of her entire species. As the first light of dawn broke over the horizon, Lyra boarded her ship. It was a sleek vessel designed for stealth and speed. As she initiated the launch sequence, she felt a tremor of excitement mixed with fear. This was it. There was no turning back now. The ship rose silently into the air, its advanced propulsion systems barely disturbing the delicate flora below. As it breached the atmosphere, Laura took one last look at her home world. The swirling purple clouds and shimmering cities looked so small from up here, so fragile. She made a silent vow to return and save her people, no matter the cost. With a flash of light, the ship engaged its faster-than-light drive, and Zephyria disappeared from view. Lyra was alone now, hurtling through the void towards an uncertain future. As the stars streaked by in a dazzling display, she allowed herself a moment of doubt. What if the humans rejected her? What if they couldn't help? What if she was dooming herself and her people to extinction? But then she remembered the words of her mentor, spoken long ago when she first began her scientific studies. The greatest discoveries often lie just beyond the boundary of fear. With renewed determination, Laura set her course for Earth. Whatever challenges lay ahead, she would face them. For herself, for her people, and for the future they all deserved. As her ship sailed through the cosmic ocean, Lyra began to study the human languages she would need to communicate. Their complexity fascinated her, so many words, so many nuances. In Zephyrian, emotions and complex concepts were often conveyed through subtle changes in skin luminescence. How would she adapt to a purely verbal and visual form of communication? She practiced for hours, her melodious voice stumbling over the harsh consonants of English and the tonal complexities of Mandarin. It was frustrating at times, but also exhilarating. Each new word and phrase opened up a new facet of human culture to her. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Lyra's ship drew ever closer to the solar system. She had chosen to approach cautiously, planning to observe from a distance before making contact. As she passed the gas giants, marveling at their swirling storms and numerous moons, a sense of awe overcame her. The universe was so vast, so diverse. Surely, in all this infinite possibility, there had to be hope for her people. Finally, after nearly 6 months of travel, Earth came into view. Lyra gasped at its beauty, a blue jewel wrapped in swirling white clouds, teeming with life in a way that her own arid world could scarcely imagine. As she prepared to enter orbit, her scanners suddenly blared a warning. Something was approaching her ship at high speed. Lyra's heart raced as she realized the implications. She had been detected. As she watched, a sleek craft of obvious human design pulled alongside her. A transmission crackled through her communications system. Unidentified vessel, you have entered restricted space. Identify yourself and state your purpose immediately. The moment of truth had arrived far sooner than Lyra had anticipated. With a deep breath, she opened a channel and spoke the words she had rehearsed countless times. People of Earth, I come in peace. My name is Lyra, and I seek your help to save my species. There was a long pause, and Lyra feared she had made some terrible mistake. Then the voice returned, softer this time. Lyra, we've been waiting for you. Welcome to Earth. As her ship was escorted towards the planet's surface, Lyra realized that her journey and her mission had only just begun. The real challenge lay ahead, but for the first time since leaving her home world, she felt a glimmer of hope. The humans had been expecting her. Perhaps, just perhaps, the salvation of the Zephyrians was within reach after all. The quantum handshake. As Lyra's ship descended through Earth's atmosphere, escorted by sleek human vessels, she marveled at the kaleidoscope of colors and textures below. Vast oceans, sprawling cities, and lush forests painted a picture of a world teeming with life and diversity. It was a stark contrast to the purple-hued deserts of her home world Zephyria. The human voice crackled through her communication system again. Lyra, we're directing you to a secure landing zone. Please follow our lead. Her ship touched down in a massive hangar, hidden within a snow-capped mountain range. As the doors sealed behind them, Lyra took a deep breath, preparing herself for her first face-to-face encounter with humans. The ship's hatch opened with a hiss, revealing a welcoming committee of sorts. At the forefront stood a tall, dark-skinned woman with close-cropped hair and piercing green eyes. Beside her was a shorter, stockier man with a mop of unruly red hair and a neatly trimmed beard. "Welcome to Earth, Lyra," the woman said, her voice warm but authoritative. "I'm Dr. Amara Okafor, lead xenobiologist for the United Earth Alliance. This is my colleague, Dr. Finn O'Reilly, our chief quantum physicist." Lyra stepped forward, her translucent skin shimmering with a mix of excitement and apprehension. "Thank you for your welcome," she said, her melodious voice carrying a hint of an otherworldly accent. "I must admit, I'm surprised by your preparedness. How did you know I was coming?" Dr. O'Reilly grinned, his eyes twinkling with enthusiasm. "That's where things get interesting, lass. We've been picking up quantum entanglement signals from your sector of space for months now. It seems your people have been reaching out without even realizing it." Lyra's bioluminescent patterns flickered in confusion. "Quantum entanglement? But we've never developed such technology." "Not consciously, perhaps," Dr. Okafor interjected. "But our research suggests that your species' unique biology has evolved to harness quantum effects. Your very thoughts are creating ripples in the fabric of spacetime." This revelation stunned Lyra. Could it be that the key to saving her people had been within them all along? She pushed the thought aside for now, focusing on the matter at hand. "I've come seeking your help. My people, the Zephyrians, are facing extinction due to a cruel quirk of evolution. If we don't reproduce by our 30th year, we simply cease to be." Dr. Okafor nodded solemnly. "We've theorized as much from the signals we've intercepted. That's why we've assembled a team of Earth's brightest minds to work on a solution. But we need your help, Lyra. Your presence here could be the key to unlocking the mysteries of quantum biology." As they walked through the facility, Lyra was introduced to an eclectic group of human scientists, each specializing in fields she had never even heard of. There was Dr. Yuki Tanaka, an expert in chronobiology, studying the effects of time on living organisms. Professor Zara Malik, a pioneer in xenogenetics, was eager to study Lyra's unique DNA. And then there was Axel Donovan, a prodigy in the field of consciousness transfer, whose theories about the nature of the soul had revolutionized human understanding of life itself. "We believe," Dr. O'Reilly explained as they entered a vast laboratory filled with humming machines and holographic displays, "that your species' reproductive deadline is tied to a quantum countdown at the subatomic level. If we can find a way to reset that countdown, or better yet, eliminate it entirely, we might be able to save your people." Lyra's heart raced with hope, but also with a new fear. "And if we can't find a solution in time, what will happen to me?" The room fell silent for a moment before Dr. Okafor spoke. "We've developed a theory, Lyra. We believe that at the moment of cessation, your quantum consciousness might be broadcast across the universe. If we're right, we might be able to capture that signal and bring you back." "Bring me back?" Lyra whispered, her skin pulsing with a mix of fear and wonder. Axel stepped forward, his young face serious. "It's never been attempted before, but in theory, we could use that quantum signal to reconstruct your consciousness in a new form. You could be the bridge between our species, Lyra. The first true human-alien hybrid." The implications were staggering. Lyra felt overwhelmed, her mind reeling with the possibilities and dangers ahead. But as she looked around at the determined faces of these humans, strangers who had dedicated themselves to saving her and her people, she felt a surge of determination. "Where do we start?" she asked, her voice steady despite her inner turmoil. Dr. Tanaka smiled, gesturing to a chair surrounded by sensors and scanning equipment. "We start by getting to know you, Lyra. Every quantum fluctuation, every bioluminescent pulse. Your body holds the key to unlocking the secrets of the universe itself." As Lyra took her seat, electrodes were gently attached to her shimmering skin. Holographic displays sprang to life around her, showing cascades of data that the humans pored over with excitement. "Incredible," Professor Malik murmured, studying a 3D representation of Lyra's DNA. "Your genetic structure is like nothing we've ever seen. It's almost as if it's not entirely bound by the laws of our universe." Dr. O'Reilly nodded, his fingers flying over a console. Look at these quantum readings. It's like her entire being is fluctuating between multiple states of existence simultaneously. As the tests continued, Lyra felt a growing connection to these humans. Their curiosity, their dedication, their unwavering determination to solve the impossible, it all resonated deeply with her own scientific spirit. Hours passed like minutes as theories were proposed, tested, and refined. Lyra found herself engaged in passionate debates about the nature of consciousness, the limits of physical form, and the very fabric of reality itself. It was exhilarating and terrifying in equal measure. As the first day of testing drew to a close, Dr. Okafor approached Lyra with a gentle smile. "You must be exhausted. We've prepared quarters for you, but before you rest, there's something we'd like to show you." Lyra followed the team to a secure vault deep within the mountain complex. Inside, bathed in a soft blue light, was a sleek, humanoid form that seemed to be made of liquid metal. "This," Axel said with a mix of pride and trepidation, "is Project Phoenix. If all else fails, this could be your new home, Lyra. A hybrid form capable of housing your quantum consciousness while maintaining the unique aspects of your Zephyrian biology." Lyra stared at the form, a swirl of emotions coursing through her. It was a lifeline, a last resort, but also a reminder of just how much was at stake. As she reached out to touch the cool metal surface, she felt a strange resonance, as if the very atoms of her being were singing in harmony with this human creation. "Thank you," she whispered, turning to face the team. "All of you. I don't know if we'll succeed, but knowing that beings from another world would go to such lengths to help my people, it gives me hope." Dr. Okafor placed a comforting hand on Lyra's shoulder. "Get some rest, Lyra. Tomorrow, we continue our race against time. Together, we'll rewrite the laws of nature itself, if that's what it takes to save your people." As Lyra retired to her quarters, her mind buzzed with the day's revelations. She gazed out at the star-studded sky, feeling both infinitesimally small and cosmically significant. Whatever the coming days might bring, she knew one thing for certain: her encounter with humanity had already changed the course of two civilizations forever. The true test was yet to come: the cosmic dance. As dawn broke over the hidden mountain facility, Lyra emerged from her quarters, her bioluminescent patterns pulsing with renewed determination. The human scientists were already hard at work, their dedication matching her own urgency. Today, they would attempt something never before conceived: a merging of Zephyrian quantum biology with cutting-edge human technology. Dr. Amara Okafor greeted Lyra with a warm smile. "Good morning. Are you ready to make history?" Lyra nodded, her voice carrying a hint of melodic tension. "More than ready. What's our plan for today?" Dr. Finn O'Reilly bounded over, his red hair wild with excitement. "We're calling it Project Starbridge, LAS. We're going to attempt to create a quantum link between you and the Phoenix prototype. If it works, it could be the key to extending your life beyond the 30-year deadline." The team gathered around a circular platform in the center of the lab. The sleek, liquid metal form of Project Phoenix lay at its center, surrounded by an array of pulsing holographic displays and humming quantum processors. Professor Zara Malik approached, holding what looked like a delicate crown made of shimmering, translucent material. "This is a neural interface we designed based on your unique physiology, Lyra. It should allow us to map your quantum consciousness in real time." As Lyra donned the crown, she felt a tingling sensation spread throughout her body. The holographic displays erupted with cascades of data, showing the intricate dance of subatomic particles that made up her very being. "Incredible," breathed Axel Donovan, the young consciousness transfer expert. "It's like watching the birth of a universe in miniature." Dr. Yuki Tanaka monitored Lyra's chronobiological readings with intense focus. "We're seeing temporal fluctuations on a scale I've never encountered before. It's as if Lyra's very existence is challenging the linear flow of time itself." As the team worked, fine-tuning the quantum resonance between Lyra and the Phoenix prototype, something unexpected began to happen. The air around the platform seemed to shimmer and warp, creating a visual distortion that rippled outward like waves on a cosmic ocean. Gravitational anomalies detected, called out one of the technicians, her voice laced with a mix of fear and awe. It's as if we're bending space-time itself. Dr. O'Reilly's fingers flew over his console, his face lit with the glow of discovery. We're not just bending space-time, we're punching right through it. Look. On the main view screen, a swirling vortex of energy had appeared, its edges shimmering with otherworldly colors. And through that vortex, they could see something, a glimpse of purple skies and crystalline spires. Is that Zephyria? Lyra gasped, her form flickering as the quantum link intensified. Dr. Okafor's eyes widened in realization. We've created a quantum wormhole. Lyra, your connection to your homeworld is acting as an anchor point across vast distances of space. As the team scrambled to stabilize the unexpected phenomenon, alarms began to blare throughout the facility. The quantum wormhole was growing, its energies threatening to tear apart the very fabric of reality around them. "We need to shut it down," shouted Dr. Tanaka, her hands flying over the controls. "The chronological stress is off the charts." But Lyra stood transfixed, her eyes locked on the image of her homeworld. In that moment of connection, she felt a surge of something new, as if the collective consciousness of her entire species was flowing through her, carried on waves of quantum entanglement. "Wait," she cried out, her voice resonating with newfound power. "I can feel them, my people. They're reaching out to us." The human scientists watched in awe as Lyra's form began to glow with an intense, otherworldly light. Streams of luminescent energy flowed from her body, intertwining with the circuitry of the Phoenix prototype. The quantum wormhole pulsed and throbbed, its chaotic energies slowly stabilizing into a shimmering portal. And then, through that portal, came a voice, not a single voice, but a chorus of millions speaking as one. "We are the Zephyrians. We have heard your call across the stars. The time of awakening is upon us." Dr. Okafor stepped forward, her voice steady despite the enormity of the moment. "We welcome you, people of Zephyria. We are the humans of Earth, and we stand ready to help." The voice responded, its tone carrying both ancient wisdom and childlike wonder. "For eons we have slumbered, unaware of our true potential. But through Lyra, through her connection to your world, we have finally understood the truth of our existence." Lyra's eyes shimmered with tears of joy and revelation. "My people, what truth have you discovered?" "We are not bound by time as we once believed," the voice explained. "Our 30-year cycle is not a countdown to death, but a chrysalis stage. We are beings of pure quantum energy, capable of transcending physical form. Lyra, you have shown us the way." As the implications of this revelation sank in, the assembled humans and the lone Zephyrians stood in awe of the cosmic dance unfolding before them. They had not just saved a species from extinction, they had unlocked the next stage of its evolution. Dr. O'Reilly, his voice filled with wonder, summed up what they were all feeling. "We've just witnessed the birth of a new form of life, a perfect fusion of biology and quantum physics." Lyra, still connected to both her people and the Phoenix prototype, turned to face the human team. Her form now shimmered with an ethereal light, caught between physical and energy states. "This is only a beginning," she said, her voice echoing with the wisdom of her entire race. "Together, humans and Zephyrians, we'll explore realms of existence beyond imagination." As the quantum wormhole stabilized, becoming a permanent bridge between Earth and Zephyria, both species stood on the precipice of a new era. An era of unprecedented cooperation, discovery, and cosmic exploration. Dr. Okafor, her eyes shining with the promise of the future, spoke for all of humanity. "Welcome to the galactic community, Zephyrians. Let our cosmic dance begin." And so, in a hidden laboratory on Earth, watched over by stars older than time itself, Two species joined hands across the vastness of space, ready to rewrite the very laws of the universe. The true adventure was just beginning. Quantum Nexus Awakening. The days following the establishment of the quantum bridge between Earth and Zephyria were a whirlwind of activity and discovery. As news of the breakthrough spread, the hidden mountain facility transformed into a bustling hub of interspecies cooperation. Scientists, diplomats, and curious observers from both worlds flowed through the stable wormhole, eager to learn and share. Lyra, now existing in a state of quantum flux between her original Zephyrian form and the Phoenix prototype, had become a living conduit between the two species. Her unique condition allowed her to perceive reality on multiple levels simultaneously, granting insights that pushed the boundaries of both human and Zephyrian understanding. "It's like seeing the source code of the universe," Lyra explained to an enraptured audience of human and Zephyrian scientists. Her voice resonated with harmonics that seemed to vibrate the very air around her. Every particle, every wave function, every possibility, they're all interconnected in ways we never imagined. Dr. Amara Okafor nodded, her eyes alight with curiosity. "And you believe this perception can be taught? That humans and Zephyrians alike can learn to see as you do?" Lyra's form shimmered, her bioluminescent patterns forming complex, fractal designs. "Not just taught, but experienced. I think we can create a shared consciousness, a quantum nexus that connects all sentient minds." The idea sent ripples of excitement and trepidation through the assembled crowd. The implications were staggering. A true melding of minds across species, across vast distances of space. Dr. Finn O'Reilly, his red hair even more disheveled than usual, couldn't contain his enthusiasm. "Imagine the possibilities. Instant communication across galaxies, shared knowledge and experiences. We could solve the greatest mysteries of the cosmos together." But not everyone was as eager to embrace this new frontier. A group of human ethicists, led by the stern-faced Dr. Eleanor Thorne, raised concerns about the potential dangers. "We're talking about fundamentally altering the nature of human consciousness," Dr. Thorne argued, her voice sharp with worry. "How can we be sure we won't lose our individuality, our very essence as a species?" The Zephyrian elder, Zoran, who had come through the wormhole to represent his people, offered a gentle counterpoint. His form was more ethereal than Lyra's, barely holding a physical shape as quantum energies danced around him. "Change is the nature of existence," Zoran said, his voice carrying the weight of eons. "We Zephyrians faced extinction because we feared change. Now we embrace it as the path to our evolution. Perhaps it is humanity's time to take the next step." As the debate raged on, Lyra felt a strange pulling sensation, as if the very fabric of spacetime was tugging at her quantum-entangled consciousness. Her form flickered, causing alarm among the assembled scientists. "Lyra, what's happening?" Dr. Okafor called out, rushing to her side. Lyra's voice came as if from a great distance, echoing with otherworldly harmonics. "I can feel it. The nexus is forming on its own. Our combined thoughts, our shared curiosity and wonder. It's creating a bridge across dimensions." The air around them began to shimmer and warp, reminiscent of the day the wormhole first opened. But this was different. Instead of a localized phenomenon, the effect seemed to be spreading, engulfing the entire facility in a cocoon of scintillating energy. "Quantum field fluctuations off the charts," shouted one of the technicians, her voice tinged with panic. "It's like reality itself is becoming malleable." Dr. O'Reilly's fingers flew over his console, his face a mask of concentration. I think we're witnessing the birth of a new plane of existence. A quantum realm where thought and reality intersect." As the energy field intensified, something extraordinary began to happen. One by one, humans and Zephyrians alike found their consciousness expanding, merging with the growing nexus. It wasn't a loss of individuality, as some had feared, but an enhancement, as if they were becoming more themselves while simultaneously connecting to something greater. Lyra stood at the center of the maelstrom, her form now a brilliant beacon of quantum light. Through her, the collective knowledge and experiences of both species flowed freely, creating a tapestry of shared understanding that transcended language and physical limitations. In this moment of cosmic awakening, glimpses of incredible possibilities flashed through the connected minds. Visions of faster-than-light travel, achieved through quantum tunneling on a massive scale. The ability to manipulate the fundamental forces of nature, reshaping planets and stars at will. A deep, intuitive understanding of the multiverse with the potential to explore alternate realities. The power to transcend physical form entirely, becoming beings of pure energy and thought. As the quantum nexus stabilized, the assembled humans and Zephyrians found themselves forever changed. They were still individuals, but now they were also part of something greater, a cosmic network of shared consciousness that spanned galaxies and dimensions. Dr. Okafor, her mind reeling from the influx of new perceptions, turned to Lyra with a look of awe. What happens now? Where do we go from here? Lyra's form coalesced into a more defined shape, though still shimmering with quantum energies. Her voice, when she spoke, seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. Now, she said, a smile playing across her luminous features, we explore. The universe, no, the multiverse, awaits, and we will face it together as one united cosmic civilization. Zoran, the Zephyrian elder, nodded in agreement. This is but the first step on an infinite journey. We have transcended the boundaries of our individual species, becoming something new, something greater. Dr. Thorne, who had been skeptical of the merger, now stood with tears in her eyes, overwhelmed by the beauty and potential of their shared consciousness. I was wrong, she admitted. This isn't a loss of humanity or Zephyrian identity. It's the fulfillment of both and so much more. As news of the quantum nexus spread across Earth and Zephyria, a new age of enlightenment and exploration dawned. The combined brilliance of two species, enhanced by their shared consciousness, led to advancements that reshaped the very nature of reality. Lyra, once a lone Zephyrian seeking help, had become the catalyst for a cosmic revolution. As she gazed out at the shimmering quantum field that now enveloped both her adoptive and native worlds, she felt a sense of completion, of destiny fulfilled. The cosmic dance has only just begun, she whispered, her words reverberating through the collective consciousness of their new, united civilization. And oh, what wonders await us among the stars. As the quantum nexus pulsed with the combined thoughts and dreams of humanity and Zephyrians alike, the boundaries between science and magic, between the physical and the metaphysical, blurred into irrelevance. A new chapter in the history of the cosmos had begun, written by the combined will of two species who had dared to reach across the stars and grasp hands in friendship and unity. The adventure that lay ahead was limitless, promising exploration of realms beyond imagination. And at the heart of it all was the enduring spirit of curiosity, compassion, and courage that had brought them together in the first place, a testament to the incredible potential that exists when different peoples come together in pursuit of a greater good. As the first joint expedition prepared to venture into the quantum realm, Lyra stood at the forefront, a living bridge between worlds and species. The future was unwritten, full of challenges and marvels beyond comprehension. But whatever lay ahead, they would face it together, united in their quest to unravel the greatest mysteries of existence itself, echoes of eternity. As the united civilization of humans and Zephyrians ventured deeper into the quantum realm, they encountered phenomena that defied conventional understanding. The very fabric of reality seemed to bend and twist around them, creating a kaleidoscope of impossible geometries and mind-bending paradoxes. Lyra, now fully embracing her role as the quantum nexus incarnate, led the first joint expedition into this new frontier. Her form had evolved further, becoming a swirling vortex of bioluminescent energy that pulsed in rhythm with the cosmic harmonies around them. Be prepared for anything, Lyra's voice echoed through the shared consciousness of the expedition team. In this realm, thought and reality are one. Your perceptions will shake the world around us. Dr. Amara Okafor, her mind now augmented by the quantum nexus, marveled at the swirling patterns of energy that flowed around them. It's like we're inside a living, thinking universe, she breathed, her words creating ripples in the fabric of their surroundings. As they pressed forward, they encountered echoes of past and future events, playing out in shimmering holograms of possibility. Glimpses of Earth's distant past mingled with visions of Zephyria's far future, creating a tapestry of time that stretched into infinity. Suddenly, a massive structure loomed before them, a colossal sphere of pulsating energy, its surface etched with symbols from 1,000 alien civilizations. The Akashic Nexus, whispered Zoran, the Zephyrian elder, his ethereal form trembling with awe. The mythical repository of all knowledge in the universe. I never believed it could actually exist. As they approached the nexus, tendrils of energy reached out, inviting them to connect. One by one, the expedition members merged their consciousness with the ancient construct, their minds expanding to encompass eons of accumulated wisdom. In that moment of cosmic enlightenment, they discovered truths that shook the foundations of their understanding. The multiverse tapestry. They saw that their universe was but one thread in an infinite tapestry of realities, each with its own physical laws and forms of life. Temporal recursion. Time itself was revealed to be cyclical, with the end of each universal cycle seeding the birth of the next, creating an eternal dance of creation and destruction. Conscious cosmos. The universe itself was alive and aware, with galaxies and stars forming the synapses of a vast cosmic mind. Quantum entanglement of souls. They discovered that consciousness was not bound to physical form, but was a fundamental force of the universe, connecting all sentient beings across space and time. The Omega Point. A glimpse of the universe's ultimate destiny, a singularity of infinite complexity where all consciousness would eventually converge. As they assimilated this cosmic knowledge, a new presence made itself known, a collective consciousness of ancient, transcendent beings who had long ago shed their physical forms. Welcome, children of the quantum awakening, the voice of the ancients resonated through their minds. You stand at the threshold of cosmic adulthood. The choices you make now will shape the destiny of countless realities. Laura, serving as the conduit between her people and these cosmic entities, stepped forward. We seek understanding and harmony with the universe, she proclaimed, her form blazing with determination. Guide us on this path of enlightenment. The Ancient Ones shared visions of challenges that lay ahead, hostile extra-dimensional entities that sought to devour entire realities, the looming threat of entropy that endangered the very fabric of existence, and the delicate balance of cosmic forces that needed to be maintained. But they also showed wonders beyond imagination, the ability to create and nurture new universes, the power to transcend the bonds of physical reality, and the potential to join the cosmic chorus of elder civilizations that watched over the multiverse. As the visions faded, the expedition found themselves forever changed. They were no longer merely explorers of the quantum realm, but guardians of reality itself, entrusted with the awesome responsibility of shepherding their corner of the cosmos towards its ultimate destiny. Dr. Finn O'Reilly, his consciousness now spanning multiple dimensions, grinned with boyish excitement despite the weight of their new role. Well, folks, it looks like we've got our work cut out for us. Saving the multiverse, anyone? His light-hearted comment broke the tension, reminding everyone that despite their cosmic enlightenment, they still retained the essence of their original selves, the curiosity, humor, and determination that had brought them to this point. As they prepared to return to their home reality, carrying the knowledge and power of the Akashic Nexus with them, Lyra addressed the united civilization through their shared consciousness. We stand at a crossroads of cosmic significance. The path ahead is fraught with challenges beyond imagination, but it also holds the promise of wonders uncountable. Together, humans and Zephyrians, we will forge a destiny greater than either of us could have achieved alone. We are the children of Stardust, the guardians of reality, the shepherds of cosmic destiny. Our journey has only just begun. With a collective surge of will, they began the process of integrating their newfound knowledge and abilities into their unified civilization. The quantum nexus that connected them pulsed with renewed purpose, spreading across galaxies and dimensions. As they took their first steps into this new era of cosmic stewardship, the combined spirits of human ingenuity and Zephyrian harmony resonated throughout the quantum realm. They had transcended the boundaries of their original forms, becoming something greater, a force for balance and enlightenment in a universe of infinite possibility. The echoes of their awakening rippled across the multiverse, heralding the birth of a new cosmic power. And in the vast eternal dance of creation, a new melody began to play, the song of a civilization that had dared to reach for the stars and found within themselves the power to reshape reality itself. The Quantum Symphony. As the unified civilization of humans and Zephyrians embraced their new role as cosmic guardians, they faced their first major challenge: harmonizing the discordant energies threatening to tear apart the fabric of reality. This cosmic crisis, dubbed the entropy storm, was spreading across multiple dimensions, leaving chaos and destruction in its wake. Lyra, now a being of pure quantum energy, called forth the greatest minds of both species to address this existential threat. Their consciousness, linked through the quantum nexus, pulsed with determination and creativity. "We need to think beyond conventional physics," Dr. Amara Okafor's voice resonated through the collective consciousness. "Perhaps we can use the power of thought itself to reshape reality." Zoran, the Zephyrian elder, his form now a shimmering constellation of quantum particles, added, "Our ancestors spoke of the cosmic harmony, a mythical force that could bring balance to the universe. Perhaps it's time we give life to that legend." As they debated, Dr. Finn O'Reilly had a breakthrough. His mind, expanded by the knowledge of the Akashic Nexus, saw patterns where others saw chaos. "What if we treat the universe like a giant musical instrument?" he proposed, his excitement rippling through the quantum field. "Each dimension, each reality, is like a string. If we can find the right frequency, we might be able to play them all in harmony." The idea sparked a flurry of activity. Human musicians collaborated with Zephyrian energy manipulators to create a new form of quantum music, compositions that existed simultaneously across multiple realities. They constructed a colossal instrument unlike anything the cosmos had ever seen, the multiversal resonator. It was a structure that defied traditional physics, existing in multiple dimensions at once, with strings that stretched across galaxies and keys made of condensed dark matter. As the entropy storm approached, threatening to unravel the very laws of physics, the united civilization prepared for their grandest performance yet. Lyra took center stage, her quantum form resonating with the combined will of trillions of minds. Today, we play the song of existence itself, her voice echoed across dimensions. Let our harmony be the force that binds reality together. With a surge of collective will, they began to play. The multiversal resonator came to life, each note bending space-time, each chord rewriting the laws of physics. The music was beyond sound. It was pure energy, pure thought, pure creation. As the symphony reached its crescendo, something miraculous happened. The entropy storm, that chaotic maelstrom of destruction, began to change. Its wild energy started to flow in rhythm with the cosmic song, transforming from a force of destruction into a dance of creation. Across the multiverse, new realities blossomed like flowers opening to the sun. Dead worlds sprang back to life, their ecosystems revitalized by the harmonic energies. Even time itself seemed to heal, with past, present, and future aligning in a perfect, eternal moment. But the symphony wasn't without its challenges. As they played, hostile entities from the darkest corners of the multiverse, drawn by the display of power, launched an attack. These discord demons, beings of pure chaos, sought to disrupt the harmony and plunge all of existence into madness. In response, the unified civilization didn't miss a beat. They adapted their song on the fly, incorporating the chaotic energies of the attackers into their symphony. What could have been discord became a thrilling counterpoint, adding depth and complexity to the cosmic composition. As the music reached its final triumphant notes, a wave of harmonic energy washed across the multiverse. The entropy storm dissipated, the discord demons were transformed into beings of light, and a new era of cosmic balance dawned. In the aftermath, as the unified civilization marveled at what they had accomplished, they realized that the multiversal resonator had changed them all. Every being who had participated in the symphony now carried within them a spark of the cosmic harmony. They have become living instruments, capable of manipulating the very fabric of reality through their thoughts and emotions. Lyra, her form now a dazzling aurora of quantum possibilities, addressed the trillions of minds linked through the quantum nexus. "We have done more than save reality," she proclaimed, her voice resonating with the music of the spheres. "We have become its composers, its conductors, its very essence. The symphony of existence is ours to play for eternity." Dr. Okafor, her consciousness expanded to encompass entire galaxies, smiled in wonder. "We've transcended science and art, becoming something entirely new. We are the music, and the music is us." Zoran, now more energy than form, added, "And yet, this is still just the beginning. The multiverse is vast, and there are countless songs yet to be sung." As news of their victory spread across dimensions, other civilizations, witnessing the power and beauty of the cosmic symphony, reached out to join the harmonic chorus. The unified civilization of humans and Zephyrians found themselves at the center of a growing multiversal community, all linked by the threads of quantum music. They established the Cosmic Conservatory, a multidimensional hub of learning and creation where beings from across the multiverse could come to study the art of reality manipulation through quantum harmonics. It became a place of endless discovery, where the boundaries between science, art, and magic blurred into irrelevance. As they looked to the future, the once separate species of humans and Zephyrians, now unified in purpose and spirit, knew that their greatest compositions were yet to come. They had become the guardians of a grand cosmic opera, with infinite movements stretching out before them. The adventure that had begun with a lone Zephyrian seeking help had blossomed into a multiversal epic of harmony, creativity, and endless possibility. And as the cosmic symphony played on, its music echoing through the corridors of eternity, one thing became clear. In the grand composition of existence, every being, every thought, every moment was an essential note, and together they would play on forever.